Coming up on Hashtag That.
We're back with the latest Hollywood news updates. Today we're talking about Olivia Rodrigo's new documentary and a long-awaited show making its fourth season comeback.
All that and more. From Hamden to Hollywood, we're your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
From Hamden to Hollywood,
we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
Welcome back to Hashtag That. I'm Krista Barong.
And I'm Liz Ippolito. Let's dive into some new Hollywood scoop.
Well, Brandon Blackstock, since you've been gone, Kelly Clarkson filed to legally change her name. The famous singer filed for divorce from Blackstock in June 2020, and in September of 2021, she officially stopped using her married name. On Valentine's Day this year, Clarkson legally changed her name to Kelly Brienne, stating that her first and middle name together, quote, more fully reflects who I am, end quote. It's unknown if this change will be made to her talk show, but I am for one very proud of the singer as she moves into her next chapter. If you are a Stranger Things fan like me, then get ready for your world to be turned upside down. Stranger Things Season 4 has finally been given a release date. The upcoming season has been split up into 2 volumes, the first volume being released on May 27th, while the second will release on July 1st. This season will have 9 episodes that have a longer running time compared to previous seasons. Though this is all very exciting news, it was also confirmed that Season 5 will be the last season of one of Netflix's top-rated shows. The Duffer Brothers have stated, quote, Stranger Things 4 was the most challenging season yet, but also the most rewarding one, end quote. I am so excited to see what Elle and the gang have been up to, and more so, what monsters await them this time.
Actress Shailene Woodley and fiancé Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers break off their engagement 1 year after their announcement in February 2021. Fans speculated a split between the two after Shailene Woodley was photographed surfing in Malibu without her ring. To more confirm this rumor, she had a light pink nail polish on all fingers except her ring finger, which was painted black. The two weren't in a rush to get engaged, but we wish nothing but the best for them in the future. Singer Olivia Rodrigo has just announced that she will be releasing a documentary following her process creating her hit album Sour. Rodrigo posted a teaser on Wednesday, February 16th, leading fans to speculate new music. But they were shocked with the news. A trailer for the documentary was leaked to Twitter, and fans were ecstatic about the documentary, Driving Home to You, that will be released on Disney Plus on March 25th. As a huge Olivia Rodrigo fan, I can't wait to watch.
Hey Liz, have you heard of any Instagram drama lately?
I don't think so.
You sure about that? It's been all over my For You page.
Wait, is it Kanye again?
Who else would it be? Our fellow hashtagger Luca DiRenzo took a deep dive into the Kanye drama. Let's check it out.
Hey hashtag, this is Luca, and today we will be looking into Kanye West's recent rant on Instagram that gained a lot of traction over Super Bowl weekend. It trending #1 on Twitter over the Super Bowl. Kanye fans went crazy over this. Everyone in general is just going nuts over this. So let's get into it. It all started with Kanye's first post of criticizing Kim letting their kids use social media, specifically TikTok, claiming that he had no say in how his kids were being raised. Kim and Kanye go back and forth in several social media posts. Kanye upped the ante by going after Kim's new boyfriend, Pete Davidson, calling him Skeet, saying that there's a Skeet lurking around every corner. He followed up this post with a poster of Marvel's Civil War with the faces replaced with Kim, Kanye, Pete, and several other celebrities that he has had drama with in the past. He also posted a picture of him holding a notebook saying, I was not hacked, of course, because you cannot post a picture on the internet while holding a blank sign. This led to some great memes. Personally, I think this really got out of hand when Kanye went after previous Kids See Ghost collaborator, Kid Cudi. Kanye was mad about Kid Cudi being longtime friends with Pete Davidson, saying that he won't be on Donda 2, his next upcoming album. Kid Cudi responded with, quote, too bad I don't want to be on your album, you dinosaur, end quote. This personally I think is really sad. I think they worked really well together. Kanye West eventually apologized, but immediately went back posting in all caps with a list of people who he has a beef with, including but not limited to Taylor Swift, Spotify, the whole cast of SNL, TikTok, Billie Eilish, South Park, Peppa Pig, and of course, Pete Davidson or Skeet. We have been left with a fairly normal amount of Instagram posts now about his new upcoming album, Donda 2. It looks like he has slowed down with these posts. But what do you guys think? Do you think that the drama is over? Do you think Kim or Kanye is in the right? Hopefully it calms down, but that's all we have for right now. Let's take it back to the desk.
Thanks, Luca. Stay tuned. We'll be back after a short commercial break.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfies. Nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive.
Why? My. Oh.
Thanks for sticking with us. AJ's here to tell us all about the Peacemaker finale. Take it away, AJ.
Hey hashtag, it's AJ, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new Peacemaker show, only on HBO Max. Peacemaker is written and directed by none other than James Gunn. To start, let's talk about the opening dance routine. That's right, the opening title is all the characters in the dance. And I think it's really great because it's so James Gunn. You get a lot of like Guardians 2 vibes, and it's something I haven't seen before personally in a intro to a TV series, and I haven't skipped it once, and I think that's the goal. If it hasn't made me skip, then it's doing its job. Picking up after the events of the Suicide Squad from 2021, we see John Cena suiting up once again as Peacemaker. In this series, we're introduced to two very important characters to Peacemaker, his dad and his best friend. These two characters carry the show very much. His best friend is Vigilante, which is like a Deadpool type character who cracks lots of jokes, and his dynamics with John Cena works very well, and it really just makes each episode a little bit more interesting. His dad, on the other hand, is none other than the White Knight from the DC Universe, which is known for being a white supremacist. I think they took a serious topic and this character and made him a joke. Every character that met Peacemaker always acknowledged how his dad was racist and how he was really just seen as this bad person. The finale actually holds up pretty well. It features some great cameos, which I don't want to spoil, so definitely go out and watch it if you want to see who's in it. But it's definitely going to please a lot of fans. And it was such a big hit for HBO Max that they actually announced a season 2 this past week. So I'm going to conclude my review with that. Until next time.
Thank you, AJ. And now we have Ethan Logue here to give us some highs and lows. What do you have for us today, Ethan?
What's up, guys? What's up, hashtag? My name's Ethan Logue, and I'm here to give you this week's Hollywood highs and lows. Starting with the Hollywood high, 4-time Olympic gold medalist Simone Biles is now engaged as her now fiancé Jonathan Owens proposed to the Olympic superstar on Valentine's Day. Owens, who plays football for the Houston Texans, said he's been planning this since December of 2020, when the two had only been dating for a month. Biles also said that her engagement ring beats any gold medal she's ever won. Now, sadly, Empire and General Hospital actress Lindsay Pearlman was found dead yesterday after being reported missing for 5 days. Pearlman was last seen on February 13th and found just a few miles away. The current cause of her death is still unknown and will be determined by the Los Angeles coroner. Pearlman's cousin Savannah also touchingly added in a Twitter post, quote, "Lindsay was a fierce animal advocate and a talented actress. Please know that you are never truly alone," end quote. Pearlman was just 43 years old. And finally, for our last Hollywood high of the night, it was announced last week that the 94th Academy Awards would be hosted by Regina Hall, Amy Schumer, and Wanda Sykes. This will mark the first time that multiple women have hosted the Oscars since Ellen Burstyn and Jane Fonda joined Warren Beatty and Richard Pryor to MC the Oscars all the way back in 1977. And according to multiple reports, Hall, Schumer, and Sykes will host the show in a 3-act format, with each comedian heading 1 hour of the 3-hour telecast. That will do it for this week's highs and lows. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Ethan. I don't know about you guys, but my favorite part of the Super Bowl is the halftime show. Grace is here to rate the best halftime shows of all time. Let's take a look.
Hey hashtag! Tonight, I'm guiding you through the top 5 Super Bowl halftime shows. This list factors in uniqueness and the impact of its performance, as well as the legacy it left behind. Let's get into it! At number 5, we have this year's performance. The 2022 halftime show was a collaborative effort with some of hip-hop's biggest names. Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg led the pack, no pun intended, with featured performances from Eminem, Mary J. Blige, 50 Cent, and Kendrick Lamar. The minute I heard the intro to California Love, I knew this would be a performance for the books. Up next, we have Beyoncé's 2013 halftime show. Current halftime shows are all about its surprise guest performances, but Beyoncé easily did it best. She gave an amazing individual performance, but exceeded all expectations when she brought out her former bandmates Michelle Williams and Kelly Rowland. This show was so impactful that Beyoncé was brought back to perform again only 3 years later alongside Coldplay and Bruno Mars. In third, we have Katy Perry's 2015 performance. I know this is a controversial take, but hear me out. One of the most important factors in a Super Bowl halftime show is how it will be perceived on social media. There have been many memes about these shows, but the biggest by far is Left Shark. This show was completely over the top, and how could you forget Missy Elliott's guest appearance? That's how you make a comeback. In second place, we have U2's performance all the way back in 2002. After a killer rendition of Beautiful Day, the group paid tribute to all of the victims of 9/11, as each of their names appeared on a screen during the performance of MLK. No halftime show since has been able to deliver such a profound and beautiful message as this one. And finally, we have Prince's 2007 halftime show. There were already high expectations for this show considering that he's, Prince, but the legend went above and beyond in a tribute to rock itself. I mean, who expected him to cover anything, let alone Queen, Jimi Hendrix, and the Foo Fighters? Oh, and I forgot to mention, he did all of this in the middle of a Miami rainstorm on a glass stage. This performance easily cements Prince's place in rock and roll history. This has been Grace Doyle. Back to you guys.
Stay tuned. We will be right back.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Jules, spot on this last one. There it is. Keep going with it. Leo.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Now it's time for one of my favorite segments, Hollywood News Updates. What do you have for us, Corinna?
Hey, hashtag, it's Karina here for this week's Hollywood News Update. First up, the internet's favorite professional drama starter, Trisha Paytas, is back and she's pregnant. Paytas announced in both an Instagram post and a TikTok that she and her new husband, artist Moses Hackman, have been trying to get pregnant since October of 2020, and that she's been struggling with her fertility. The YouTuber stated, quote, "I'd been told since 2015 that I would not be able to get pregnant naturally. I'd gotten second and third opinions that told me the same. Don't give up hope and don't be afraid to get help," unquote. However, with the history of fake announcements and controversies from Paytas, like multiple extremely public breakups, coming out as a chicken nugget, or marrying a cardboard cutout of Brad Pitt, a lot of the internet thinks she may not be telling the truth. And even those who do believe her are concerned about her erratic, chaotic, and public lifestyle and how that may affect future children. So, what do you think? Do you think she would go as far as faking an entire backstory in pregnancy for the clicks, or should the internet be giving her a little more credit?
Well, Trisha, she is definitely a personality, and I'm not sure. I mean, I don't think you would lie about a pregnancy.
Yeah.
I think it's very much a very happy and joyous moment that you wouldn't spread lies about, even though this happens to be Trisha's, personality where she tends to lie about things. But what do you think, Liz?
I agree with you. I don't think she would lie about the pregnancy, but also, given her history, she does make up a lot of stuff and does a lot of crazy stuff online. So I am interested to see how all this goes for her. So,
what do you think, Karina?
Listen, in my heart, I want to believe that she's not going to make up a whole pregnancy and a whole story about fertility. I want to believe that she wouldn't go that far, but I think we're going to have to wait and see in the next couple months what kind of story times are going out on her YouTube channel to see if it's hopefully real or maybe fake. Up next, here's a band that we haven't thought about in a minute, Big Time Rush. They announced this morning on Good Morning America that they not only have a new single coming this Friday, but they're going back on tour. For the first time in 8 years, the band is reunited for the Forever Tour with special guest TikToker Dixie D'Amelio. I adored Big Time Rush back in the day, but what do you think of them trying to re-spark their audience so many years later?
I'm definitely really excited. I am going to listen to their new single, but I'm not sure if it was the best move adding Dixie D'Amelio to their tour.
Totally agree.
Definitely trying to get some of the younger audience, but what do you think?
I mean, I love Big Time Rush, that TV show. I was a big Logan girl, and it's just, why Dixie? Of all people, you could literally have anybody. As it's our generation, why wouldn't they pick somebody who was more relevant to us when we were younger? Now we're young adults, we're not children anymore, and they're trying to speak to a younger crowd, I think, which doesn't really make sense as younger kids don't really know who they are like us. But I'm really excited for the single and their tour coming up, so I'll definitely be out on the lookout for tickets. But what do you think, Karina?
So they actually did perform the single on Good Morning America along with the announcement, and I gotta tell you, it was pretty good. I think it's a little weird for the 30-year-old men to go back on tour to appeal to their previously 14-year-old girl audience, but I guess it's no different than the Jonas Brothers doing the same thing. And honestly, I'm probably gonna try to get tickets to the tour. So, last but certainly not least, pop sensation Olivia Rodrigo is back in the headlines. The singer recently changed her management over to Lighthouse Management from Camp Far West. The company represents Selena Gomez, Jennifer Aniston, Paul Rudd, and more multi-talented actors. The move seems to reflect a desire for representation that will allow her to straddle more industries than just music, which can be seen with the documentary we talked about earlier in the show. Under her previous management, Rodrigo scored 7 Grammy nominations and recognition across the board. So, what do you guys think of the move? Do we think it's going to be a good decision going forward?
I really do think this is a really smart move on Olivia's part, being that, she did start out acting, Bizaardvark, I'm pretty sure that was the TV show she was on for Disney. And then, High School Musical, the series, obviously so iconic. And now she has her most popular album, her only album, Sour. But I think that, she did want to move into music, but I think now she might want to try to get more into modeling and more music and more roles. But what do you think?
I think she's very talented, so no matter where she goes, she's going to be successful. 7 Grammy nominations, that's not something to be taken lightly. So I think anywhere she goes, she'll be successful, and I'm excited to see where she goes in the future. What do you think, Karina?
I think it's going to be a good move for her, hopefully. I think it might be her trying to go into some more adult TV roles maybe, trying to get out of the Disney sphere once her contract is up, which I believe her contract's up at the end of this year, so we'll have to wait and see what she's planning on doing with it. But fingers crossed it's going to be a good move for her and she can start scoring some more Grammys. But that's all I have for today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Karina. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job.
I need a new career.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing.
After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working.
I got laid off twice, but you gotta keep going.
You just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a 2-year IT program.
I found a medical course online.
I'm now a consultant in the tech space.
You have more options than you think. You can do this.
You will find something.
You will find something new.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
This year's Super Bowl commercials were nothing short of iconic. Some hashtaggers are here to tell us about their favorites from this year.
Hey hashtag, it's Alex, and my favorite Super Bowl commercial has to be the Bud Light commercial with Guy Fieri in Flavortown. It opens up with 3 people at a party talking about the new drink, and then all of a sudden 2 Guy Fieri lookalikes come through the fridge and steal it. They follow them through Flavortown to eventually meet Guy Fieri, who announces to his people the new flavor drink. It's funny, it's hilarious, it's memorable, and it's effective, and that's why it's my favorite Super Bowl commercial.
Hey hashtag, I'm Liz Apolito, and this year my favorite Super Bowl commercial was Chevrolet's commercial that paid homage to Sopranos. It's one of my favorite shows, and they recreated the theme song with Jamie Lynn Sigler, who plays Meadow Soprano in the show. And I also loved how they paid homage to the controversial finale of the show by recreating the ending, but this time they made it easy for Meadow to park, which she struggled with at the end of the episode, and it built a lot of tension. I thought it was super creative, and it was amazing to see the cast back together again.
Hey hashtag, it's Carly Sanger, and my favorite Super Bowl commercial this year was definitely the T-Mobile commercial, which was starring Dolly Parton and Miley Cyrus, who I love so much. And it was shot in 2 parts, which was a lot of fun because it was 2 different commercial breaks. And it was sort of like a music video type of commercial, which was a lot of fun too because I love Miley Cyrus's voice, and it was great to watch. So that was my favorite this year.
Hey hashtag, it's Armand Roslani. My personal favorite Super Bowl commercial this year was the Amazon Alexa commercial. Every year I find the Alexa ones the funniest, whether it was Cardi B and Gordon Ramsay, Alexa losing her voice commercial, or Michael B. Jordan's commercial from last year. This year was no different. This year's commercial featured SNL star Colin Jost and actress Scarlett Johansson going about normal activities with Alexa reading their mind, getting each other into all sorts of different trouble. There were a lot of great jokes, well-written jokes in this one, and I can't wait to see what they come up with for next year.
Hey hashtag, it's Audrey SCAFATI, and I would have to say that my favorite Super Bowl commercial was definitely the crypto Bitcoin one. It was like a little QR code bouncing around like the old DVD video logo, and me and my friends were so excited. We really wanted it to hit that corner, and when it did, I think that we had a bigger reaction there than we did actually during the Super Bowl. But yeah, it was super cool, super fun, and I thought it was a really interesting tactic to get someone to scan a QR code.
Liz, are you ready for today's game?
Of course. What will we be playing today, Jess?
Hey guys, so today we are going to play a little game of Guess That TV Show or Movie. I'm going to give you a short summary and you will have to guess that show or movie. Let's begin. So the first one, this show follows teens on the path to find some treasure. What do you think?
I already know what it is. Come on.
It's a show?
Yes, Netflix. It's, it's Outer Banks.
Oh!
John B. I love Outer Banks. JJ Maybank, you have my heart. Same with Pope, John B, literally everyone. Have you watched it?
I have watched it. I'm not the biggest fan, obviously, from that, but
I am so offended by that statement. Season 2 was so good. Oh my god. It was prime COVID. Like, what did you watch then?
No, I watched Outer Banks and I liked it. Like, it's for nostalgia. I love it for nostalgia.
Nostalgia?
For quarantine nostalgia.
All right. What do you have next for us, Jess?
The next show I have follows, this show, it actually revolves around mystery and supernatural. What do you think?
I believe it must be Stranger Things. That is the only thing that does come to my mind. Do you agree or disagree with me?
I agree. I think I've never seen the show. Don't hate me, everyone, but from what
How have you never seen Stranger Things? The 4th season's coming up. And I was right. Wow.
Yeah.
You need to get on that. This show is so good, and I'm so excited for season 4, as I previously talked about. Jess, what's the next game? Show.
So the next game deals with high schoolers who definitely don't look like high schoolers. So it revolves around drugs, relationships, as well as drama. What do you think?
Riverdale.
Riverdale? It's Euphoria.
Because Riverdale, you have the jingle jangle.
The what?
Teens the drugs that they use.
I've never watched Riverdale.
You've never watched Riverdale?
No. It's 100% Euphoria. It's clear. It's literally all about drugs. How is it not? Yeah, thank you. Yes. It's definitely Euphoria. I love Zendaya. She's really killing it. I'm only on season 1 right now, but I am so invested in it. What about you?
I'm actually a big Euphoria fan, so I'm really embarrassed
How
that I
did you
didn't get
not
that.
get that?
I'm a huge fan. I think it's great, and yeah, I'm excited for the finale next week.
Jess, what's our next one?
So now we're going to switch it up and do movies. So this movie is a classic Disney tale of a popular athlete falling for a nerdy beauty. What do you think?
Okay. Do you think you know what it is?
I'm trying to think if it's current or...
I'm pretty sure it's a Cinderella story.
Or High School Musical.
Oh, High School Musical, that's a good one.
I think High School Musical.
Do we know?
Oh.
It is High School Musical, wow. All right. Zac Efron,
I loved High School Musical.
Who didn't?
When I had a big obsession, I had pajamas, the Barbies. I watched it all the time, listened to the music, and I still do, but...
So did my sister, and what's your opinion on High School Musical, the series then?
Definitely not as good, but I still love to watch it, so...
Same. It's addicting for what reason? Jess, what's our next one?
So for this next movie, it's about 2 identical twins that were separated at birth, but years later they reunited. What do you think?
Come on. It's Lindsay Lohan, The Parent Trap.
Yeah,
come on, please.
definitely The Parent
Trap.
Trap.
It has to be. If I'm wrong about this one, I'm actually going to be really mad at myself.
Yep.
Killing it. Wow. I loved this movie growing up. Me and my sister would always watch it because everybody thought we were twins when we're really only 15 months apart. And we kind of act like the 2 different sisters. So, yeah.
I don't think I've ever watched it the whole way through because when I was little, my dad told me a scary story during it and I never finished it. But I did know it was The Parent Trap.
Wow. Well, thank you, Jess. That was such a fun game. And
as we come to the end of our show, Chris and I would love to share some good news with you all. Recently, a kindergarten teacher in Florida, Robin Hughes, requested her sister from Kentucky send her some snow to show her class. The class was so excited to meet Lucky, the snowman from Kentucky. Tigs and all, Lucky gave those kindergartners the surprise of a lifetime.
And the real-life Bambi brought great joy to the McDonald family. Lisa McDonald and her sister have been caring for their mother since she fell ill. Their mother loves Bambi, so much that she wears t-shirts, has statues of Bambi, and deers happen to be her favorite animal. The pair of sisters found a couple who owned a mobile petting zoo, and coincidentally, they had a deer named Bambi. Bambi went on to visit McDonald's mother, and let me just say, it was such a pure, genuine moment for the entire family.
That's all we have for this week for #that.
Make sure to follow us on all our social media accounts and download the Q30 app on the App Store to stay up to date.
I'm Liz Ippolito.
And I'm Krista Barong. From the producers, talent, and everybody working hard behind the scenes, thank you for watching. We will see you again next week.